Coming up on DNM cast.
Shots up on stream from the DNM group chat.
Where you're like, don't
I
do
sent
it.
Luke. I saw the TikTok. I'm like, what the f? So I sent Luke saying, Luke, delete that. Like,
Yes, currently got a girlfriend. And this is actually really good because I'm happy. I'm in the best state I've ever been.
and so much that I've seen since, where it's
That's
like,
true.
makes it so much easier to move on. Yeah, I'm choosing not to speak on it publicly, but believe me, I'm loading up. I don't know what there was a TikTok made of us. Like, I can't believe the DNM cast real people. Anyway, there's some accusations of Luke behaviors at BTV. So
I ripped it up, made a TikTok about it, and apparently people didn't like that one.
I saw Okay, welcome back to DNM Cast episode 32, the first one of season 4 of just the three of us. And just the three of us means the cringy, rage-baiting TikToks are back. So apologies for anything you saw this week. We need to get our traction back, so we're back. Let's go.
It's about time. It's just us. Had Tay Reid on last week, so
Tay
that was
Reid's
good.
huge. We cannot thank that man enough. That was exactly what we needed to start season 4.
In all honesty, I reckon most likely go on a reality TV show as Tom.
No,
Why?
Luke's already started a rumor.
Let's talk about this though. Like, what TV show could you see yourself going on if you were to go on?
Fuck. Like,
Oh, Love Island.
Definitely
for sure.
Love Island because
Luke's already started a rumor that he's going on Love Island.
Yeah, I made a TikTok with Tay and I was like, one of us just went on a reality TV show, one of us is about to go to a reality TV show. And I had so many DMs being like, are you actually going? No
I
way.
can see-
you going on like the 1% club. You know that?
Yeah.
With,
I'll
like,
do something
Smart.
weird like that. I'll do Survivor
Yeah.
or something. I don't know.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I could see you doing like an SCS challenge or whatever.
Diesel's on the biggest loser.
The biggest lip. Someone actually fucking called me fat the other day. I want to
Oh, that was
acknowledge
so
this.
funny. So I made these rumors that like Diezel's been making fun of me for these bread jokes, which hurt my feelings for the gluten-free
Bro, I don't
people
get
out there.
it. I've never
the bread
said
jokes
it.
are not funny. I've heard them way too many times.
A little bit.
Anyways, you said this, and then someone messages me and goes, "Don't worry, Diezel's fat anyway. Don't take what
I
he
was
says."
just
But yeah, anyway,
Awful.
today's episode will be focused around your questions. We've got a bank of questions that we've kind of never used throughout the history of DNM, and we'll just go through them as we go. And we got a couple
Sweet.
good ones, a couple juicy ones, so get keen. Does DNM actually stand for deep and meaningful?
No.
It actually stands for Diezel and meaningful.
It's funny when people come up to me they're like, is it like deep and meaningful? I'm like, yeah, not really. Like it's kind of
It
like
was going to be
Diesel
deep and meaningful, but
it's kind of like pretty selfish on my end. But
Yeah.
I don't know why. we chose
Diezel
that.
and meaningful rhyme, and we thought it'd be funny to make it. And everyone, obviously, DNM is known for deep and meaningful, so we thought it'd be put our own little twist on it.
I thought Luke and Tom have a lot of traction, so at least give me just this like little bit.
Yeah, so Diezel and meaningful.
Oh, okay, I don't know if we've like actually spoken about this. What was your thought going through the TikTok you made of ripping up your hat?
Okay, so
wearing it now?
I'll put the screenshots up on stream from the DNM group chat.
Where you're like,
that
don't
I
do
sent Luke. I saw the TikTok. I'm like, what the fuck? So I sent Luke saying, Luke, delete that. Like,
I
didn't-
didn't delete it. I kept it up.
Personally, I didn't think it was that bad, but it obviously was.
Yeah, this is the hat that I made. Effectively, I don't know. I like my hats to be ripped and make them a little bit cooler because I don't know why. For some reason, I'm just into ripped clothes right now. So keep ripping up my clothes. I know it's not great. Anyways, I just thought it'd be cool because I had a Von Dutch hat that had like all cool rips in it. And I was like, let's make a ripped version, like a Von Dutch version of this hat because I probably wouldn't wear it without the rips because it just didn't look as cool. So I ripped it up, made a TikTok about it. And apparently people didn't like that one.
I saw it coming from a mile away, man. It's just something you don't post. Like that's
It's like something you do, but you don't say.
you do, but you don't post it.
Yeah.
But fair enough.
And
Anyway,
I had a few comments at BTV.
yeah, and you
coming.
deserved all of it.
Yeah. So
That was actually funny, BTV.
Good.
Well,
Haven't
we've
spoken
got
about
shit
it.
coming up
Have
on
we
that,
got
yeah.
shit? Yeah, sweet.
All right. Well, speaking of BTV, the Kick It Forward podcast have asked what it was the best act at BTV.
I was gonna say that girl that we missed out on.
Natasha Bennyfield.
Yes,
I liked.
but we didn't actually go there.
I liked Royal Otis.
He was good.
Yeah, that's them.
They were good,
Yeah,
sorry.
so I didn't really know too much about him going in. Then me and Diezel watched him live, and I was like kind of blown away. They were really good.
They
I
were
reckon
really
Marlon. I think Marlon. I like Marlon the best. Only because I don't really know many artists and I'm like pretty like naive to all that stuff. I'm not really like tapped in that world. So I just knew Marlon from like Instagram and stuff. I was like, yeah, it's sick.
Anyways, I'm kind of off techno at the moment.
Yeah,
It's been listened to too much, but I love
It's
it.
a big few days.
Yes, it's a big few days to listen to techno.
All right, we've got one more BTV one. BTV question mark. So I think we'll just briefly touch on it. We weren't going to do anything on BTV. We're going to leave it. But I think BTV for us was different this year. Luke and I had such a good time last year because I just think we just had a lot to drink and then started climbing trees and shit like that. It was just like, we could do so much more last year that we obviously couldn't do this year because if people caught us climbing trees and stuff like that this year, it's a bit of a problem. But yeah, we kind of held back, or at least Diezel and I definitely did.
Yeah, no, I think it was good. It was nice to meet everyone, but obviously, our big audience is probably people that go to BTV. So we would like recognize a lot of photos, a lot of videos, which is super sick. But obviously your guard's kind of up a little bit. You don't really know.
I'm going to share this story. I don't know if we can actually put it through, but I'll say it. Hopefully it gets cleared by Tommy. But we're copying shit like all day, like through BTV, which is like expected. It's kind of like our sort of people that listen to our podcast. So a lot of people that know us were there. And by the fourth day, me and Luke were walking and like we were just really like upset and like pissed off because people were chatting shit to us and like
they weren't chatting shit, but people would be like, "Oh, it's them, it's them." Like they weren't being.
It's like it's draining almost having people staring at you and pointing at you. It's just like they're not talking shit almost, but it's just like it's draining in that sense. We just always having eyes on you.
Yeah, and we expected that. We didn't like we saw that coming, but it got to the fourth day and me and Luke were just walking. We were gonna get food, and we were just like, "All right, like." Whoever says something now, like I'm not in the mood. If they say something to us, I'm actually gonna probably like lose my
This
shit.
This is fourth day, 8 a.m. You were grumpy.
Fourth day, 8 a.m. I was a bit grumpy. So it happened to be just like that one guy that these two guys that are walking and they're coming opposite us, and I'm walking, and they're like, "Oh, you're from DNM." I'm like, "Fuck up, mate." And I said that little comment, and that guy turns to me and he's like, "What did I do?" He was like so serious. He was like the nicest guy. Actually, like,
I was like, "Diezel, what are you
Luke
doing?"
was like, "Oh, Diezel, like, relax. Like, this guy actually likes us. Like, chill out." And I was like so like saddened that I said that to such an innocent person.
Yeah, he was just like, "Oh, DNM," and Diezel, like, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah, I was just so mad. But yeah, sorry to that guy.
Yeah, whoever that guy was, I am so sorry for Diezel. He was grumpy, 8 a.m., clearly woke up on the wrong side of the bed. His mattress deflated on the fourth day. He had a bad sleep.
You probably came up.
Don't you get chirpy, Lukey? Because I've got a couple of here of you. I don't know what happened. There was a TikTok made of us. Like, I can't believe the DNM cast real people. Anyway, but in the comments of that video, there's some accusations of Luke.
Yeah.
Behaviors of BTV. So no, they're definitely real. Luke Bailey body slammed me off the side of the shipping containers during the set. And yeah, Luke Bailey grabbed our doof stick and smashed it against the ground until it broke. And then he burnt down our gazebo and stole all our food.
I thought it was total fire ban.
Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. You really annoyed me that day. That is complete nonsense. Some of these comments that I've been seeing is absolute nonsense.
I've got another one here, another Luke sighting. Saw Luke on Chapel and asked for a photo. He told me to fuck off, cunt, and smacked my phone.
That is not true. That is completely
You probably did
not.
that.
I did not do that. I would never ever do that.
Sounds like Luke behavior.
I love meeting every single one of you, and when I see them, I'm so nice to
That's
absolutely
actually
everyone.
true. I'll vouch for that.
Yeah.
I know some people don't like it, but I love it, and I'll always say hi to you and always be nice to you. So there's no way that I would have done that.
Yeah. Very cool.
I have my speculations.
Ridiculous. This is defamatory.
What to do if all your friends are taken and you are the only single one? Advice. Funny you say, because majority of us now are taken and there is one single. Diezel, do you have anything to share?
Yes, currently got a girlfriend. And this is actually really good because I'm happy. I'm in the best state I've ever been. It's my ex-girlfriend. And nothing wrong with that at all. So I think now
Cheeky.
I think I've been hiding the fact that I've been talking to her.
Why is that, mate?
Because I don't want like we talk about ex-girlfriends and I am sick of talking about it, trust me.
Yeah.
But I think like it's like in all seriousness, if you want your ex, go back to your ex. Like
Or don't. It's fine either way.
Yeah, you don't have to, but I've been holding that off and I think like people say like don't go back to your ex. Like, mate, this is like my
Diesel's back with his ex.
I feel like no one really knows. Can you give us like a little rundown? You dated for a little bit prior to this.
Yeah, so we dated. I've known her since I was like, I went to kindergarten with this girl.
Basically your sister, eh?
What?
But she'd like be, you look at her as a sister figure.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird. It's a bit weird, bro.
So you're like kind of dating your sister.
Yeah,
Mate,
it's a
stop
bit
this.
strange.
Stop. But yeah, I'm dating now. I'm happy. It's fucking sick.
Yep. And so back to the question, Luke.
Wait, how'd you guys get like back talking? I thought you guys broke up. And then one day I just like, you like, oh yeah, I'm like, where are you? You're like, oh, seeing Tyler. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
How did you like guys talk again? Like,
Long story.
Shout out Tyler. She
Shout out
supplies me
Tyler.
with all my needs.
Yeah. You gotta put that in.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Anyway, back to the question, Luke. You are now the only single one of DNM. How is that? How do you deal with that? Do you feel lonely?
yeah, I feel very lonely because no one's there anymore. And every time I try to talk to the boys, they're with their girlfriends.
Yeah.
Every night I'd be like, hey, do you want to go out? And they're like, no, I'm with the girlfriend. Friday, Saturdays, no longer for the boys.
I actually have
They're
so
with
much
their girlfriends,
time.
and I haven't talked to them.
You know what it is? When you get into a relationship, everyone thinks you have no time for them.
Yeah,
But like,
this is the first time I'm seeing you in 4 weeks since BTV.
Oh shit. It's been 2 weeks, I think. But yeah.
2 weeks.
Probably.
And I would normally with you every day because we make TikToks all day.
yeah, okay. I'll come to your house today and stay.
Okay.
There we go. Any advice on how to start a podcast? I think I've been asked this question like 5 times in the last week, so I don't know if it's a trend or whatever. But I guess 3 main things that we tell everyone consistently, or I tell everyone consistently who asks me, is no Zoom podcast. Don't do that. Don't do it from home, and just like market it properly and commit fully to it. Like obviously there's exceptions if you have the means to have a full on studio in your house and do it from home, but do it properly. If you're going to start it, commit to it fully, and don't do it over Zoom. That's just like a waste of time, really.
Yeah, I think when I think like starting a new podcast, I think quality, relevance, and understanding like society's views on things. Quality and make sure the studio is up to par, because you got to think when you're scrolling on the For You page or you see that and it's like a fuzzy screen, no one really wants to see that. It's not really engaging.
Or a webcam or Zoom or some shit. Like that's just, you click off it straight away. Like
it's just not
you want
engaging.
engaging, high quality like things with pop-up captions. This is marketing, like not like podcast quality, but like you just got to market it properly as well and find a niche that's like almost new.
And it's like finding a niche. You got to realize like your audience. You got to hit an audience and target that audience with their needs and things they want to hear. For us, we knew our audience and we knew the audience we were going to get. So we used TikTok. So we talked about things like Bali, BTV, relevant places that people go out in Melbourne. And then obviously it gained traction through that.
Anyway, how to get back out there after a breakup. We have gone into this in length many times. But
Watch one of our recent episodes. We've conquered that, but we can do a rundown now.
I think, just getting out after a breakup and getting over a person is, that's never easy. We say it every time, but it's like, you just got to put yourself out there, be confident that you're making the right decisions, and find friends that will.
And some people go back to their ex-girlfriends.
Yes,
some people actually do go back to their ex-girlfriends.
You know what you need to do though? Like the reason why you go back to ex is because, the reason I did was because every time she would go out, I'd see a photo of her. Every time my mates would be with her or whatever, I would
run into her.
You would run into her at the SB. Yes, that's.
And I would never say hi because I'm a boy.
That's actually true. You know your boy's your boy when your ex-girlfriend, so like let's just say, walks into like a club and he sees her. She comes up to say hi and he just completely walks off.
Fresh air to.
Fresh air.
Yeah.
Why? And she was annoyed at that.
She was pissed.
But why would I talk to her? I'm only friends with her because she's dating you.
See?
I'm not friends with her in any other way.
I probably would have to continue my relationship with Tyler just because of the things she was saying.
You know what I don't get? Tom, like, I don't want to have a dig at you. It's not a dig at you. It's just in general. Like, how do people date and then move on so quickly? That's what I don't get.
How many girlfriends have you had?
4.
Like, all respect to your current girlfriend
4,
now.
all my whole life.
All respect to your current girlfriend now. But what? How? Why?
Well, I didn't move on quick. It was like, here's the thing.
True.
With that person you're referring to, who I was seeing for a middle part of last year, there is so much that has happened since then, but there's so much that just like turned me off that person, and so much that I've seen since where it's
That's
like
true.
makes it so much easier to move on. And as I said before, I'm choosing not to speak on it publicly.
Should we quietly talk about something? So, Diezel, what would you say to someone that had a lot of songs, proper songs that have been like produced and stuff, but just haven't been let out? What would you say to that person?
I'd probably just say stop being a bitch and maybe
Make
release
some music,
them.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I need a few more TikTok sounds to do some thirst traps. I need some new music. Tom, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree, boys. I'm loading up. Like, there's stuff I'm like loading up on, and instead of coming out and publicly saying something, so there's other more creative directions I can go. And as I said before, there's like with that person, there's a few things that I want to say, so I'm going to say it without saying it.
Nice.
Type shit.
Shit.
We'll see.
Do you reckon I could be a singer? I'm pretty good.
I just, boys,
Fly
like
me
in
to
advance,
the
like
moon.
I just don't think we should go down that path. Especially you, cunt. Especially you.
Well, I'm gonna make the biggest, fattest diss track.
Oh, don't.
All right, you guys tell me.
Don't
You
make
DM
it.
me after this. If you're listening right now, DM me. Should I make a diss track?
I just
On
want to
everyone
say,
that I hate.
I just want to clarify all the things that Luke does. Like he always like goes through us to see if like they're
No, he
good.
doesn't. Not anymore.
Hey, well, he goes through me.
No,
He
he
goes through me a
doesn't
lot.
go through me.
He messages me all the time, says, "Is this good? Is this good?"
If he went through me, there'd be no coffee date meme. There'd be
Yeah.
no BTV hat meme. There'd be no fucking.
Hey, look, it's gotten him where he is now, and I think it's fucking sick in terms of like hate and all that.
It'll
like,
flip. Anyway,
flip.
it'll flip. Anyway, but oh yeah, I want to make a full diss track music video, like Logan Paul type diss tracks back in the day, like Road Ashore, Creature Wants Shit type, run it back.
But here's the thing with that. Road Ashore is a loved character. He can say what he wants without being cancelled. Logan Paul can say what he wants without being cancelled. Filmed a dead body, didn't get cancelled. And you say one thing or you fuck up slightly, you're done.
I don't know the
That's
audience
true.
too. Yeah.
All right. Typically, how long will a guy wait before he asks you to be his girlfriend?
When he's ready. Took
When
me
he's ready,
ages.
but like, all right, so let's go from meeting a girl until like the question gets asked. What is like, do you reckon the average timeline personally? And like,
Well, usually when you like ask to go out, you usually like that's still like.
so
getting
I
to
feel
know
like there's
the
being,
person.
you ask them to go out on a date
Okay, yeah, true.
and then there's asking me a girlfriend.
Yeah. So asking him to go out,
Yeah.
and then until you feel comfortable enough to do things around her that you
Yeah.
would usually do, and then that's when you'd ask.
Yeah, I think it depends on comfortability and how quickly you can be comfortable in yourself around her. And when you start being yourself, then it's like, stop wasting time, just do it.
But then again, just because you make it official doesn't mean that like it can end, because it's like when you I've heard like when you first start dating him, you're still learning.
You're still getting to
You're
know
still
them,
getting to
100%.
know 'em.
And there's like things that you learn about them that
Yeah.
either make you like them more
Exactly.
or maybe make you take a step back.
Yeah.
And that's normal. And like, it's completely normal to get to like 3-4 months in and think, this isn't really the person that I thought that
Exactly.
she was, and maybe backtrack a little bit. And there's like nothing really wrong with that as long as you're honest about it and don't do anything stupid or like lie to them about the reasoning.
I think if you commit to something and you don't like it, but you keep on staying in it because you're scared to end it,
That's worse. Than,
dude.
yeah.
You're like, you got. She wants to spend her life with you, whether it's a guy or a girl, and it's just like you're only just going to make that person worse in the future if you break up with her, because she's going to catch more feelings, more everything. But yeah,
2025 ins and outs for you boys. What are they?
Big.
Start with ins. We'll start with ins.
I had a little list that I had.
We'll go around the table, do it in each.
2025 ins, morning walks / early morning. So when I get up, as soon as that alarm hits, I get up and go for a walk.
3 p.m.
it was
3 p.m.
actually
is
you were
out.
up early today.
I was up early. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was up early, 12 p.m. No, it's not even 12 p.m. right now. But yeah, that's my little thing in morning walks.
Yeah, Pilates. It just
Fuck you
happened to
doing
be on
Pilates
me.
for?
It was on the list. It happened to be on.
Yeah, more consistent gym, I reckon.
Little gym baddie. You're in your gym girl era.
Yeah,
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. In YouTube vlogs.
Nice.
I'm vlogging a lot now. I've got 3 loaded up, ready to post. So the next 4 days, I'm posting all 3.
Coffee dates.
Just shut the fuck up.
Coffee dates. Hey, they're good things to get to know people.
Very good.
I guess more consistent routines and
Yes.
behaviors.
Yeah.
What, like, give some examples.
Routine, just like, I've heard that. Well, I found actually with personal experience when the routine's consistent, I guess it makes me more productive. So I guess more morning routine, nighttime routine before I go to bed when I wake up. Either or. So yeah.
You're such a Capricorn. You're good at that.
I'm a fucking Pisces. I'm a Pisces. Fucking idiot.
I'm an
Anyway,
aquarium. I'm just, spontaneous.
I
All
don't
all right,
get
go
it.
outs now. Go outs.
right, outs. Oh, I said controversial ins. Ripped hats.
That's an out.
Okay, that's an out. All right. Controversial outs. Ripped hats. Go on.
Bye.
Yeah. Heavy drinking, heavy intoxication of alcohol. I reckon that's out. I reckon that was 2024.
That was your party
I'm
boy
saying
era.
right now, don't drink.
Yeah, he's 30.
Diesel
He
was in
this-
Diesel was in his bad boy era. He was in
Yeah.
like 2014 Justin Bieber era.
And now he's back. He's with his girlfriend.
I had 2 nights.
He's
that I
found God.
could-
He goes to church and shit.
He's calling. He's like, Luke, don't worry, you'll find the one. When you know, you know. I'm like,
said when
shut
you know,
the
you
fuck
know.
up, motherfucker.
He starts reading. He said like John verse 16 number 18. He starts reading me Bible
I've
verses
been
before
drinking
bed.
wine, man, and I love that shit.
Oh, you so
Red
elegant.
wine. Red
Yeah.
wine. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
All right,
Get
yeah,
around
totally.
Vaping.
Ooh. Bit
Ew.
rich coming from you.
I said it's an out, dickhead. Vaping.
Oh, you still do it, don't you?
No.
My biggest ick is when a girl vapes and
Yeah,
like blows
same.
in my face. I'm like instantly icked out.
no.
You could be like the best thing ever, but like if you like vape and blow in my face, I'm like,
No,
ugh.
it's like a
It's an
dark,
ick for
dark
me.
spiral that like, you do socially. I just don't really fuck with it anymore. So
Okay.
Right.
be gone.
Negative TikTok comments. I'm sick of these comments. I'm done with it.
What's with
So
this
they're out.
gluten-free? These gluten-free TikToks.
Because you keep making gluten-free
That's
jokes.
true.
And then you're like, hey, do you want some bread? No, I don't want fucking bread. It's not
You
that
know
funny.
what's funny? You won't understand the taste of good fucking pasta.
Do you think I care?
That's actually funny as.
I'm sure.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
No, you know what?
Cop that,
Fuck
mate.
you.
Stop that.
Fuck
You
you.
deserve that one, dude.
No, sleeping late. That was just on the list. I reckon that's something Luke needs to improve on maybe. Partying is also on the list. I think just being sensible, that's an in.
Yeah.
Being sensible, know your limits.
Now that Diezel's back with his ex, Exes. All
Yeah,
three. All, both
fuck, if
me-
you're with
me and
your ex,
Luke.
get him out, mate.
Out,
Get him
leave him
out.
2024.
Out.
Out.
And no more talking about him.
Out and goodbye.
Yes, let's actually, New Year's resolution for us three. We do not talk about ex-girlfriends. This is Diezel's 2025 date hotspots. All right. Number 1, Sorrento on Portsea, like around that area.
The fuck?
That's in at the moment.
All right.
Number one. How's number one not Rococo?
Nah, that's gotten dropped because you have fucking ruined that for me. Yous have
I've
ruined
never
that for
gone
me.
on a date to Rococo.
Number 2, St Kilda Pier is now open. So boys and girls,
Yeah, it looks fucking packed.
it looks fucking sick.
Yeah, it looks
I wanna
There, you
go
can see
there.
the penguins and shit as well.
Huh?
There's penguins under the pier.
Okay. Here we go with the fish again. The fish.
What?
The fucking
It's all season round. There's penguins.
The
If you
fucking
go,
water animals are back.
if you go to the afternoon, the penguins
Yeah,
are flying.
nice,
under the
mate.
pier.
I'm joking. All right, number 3, SB
That really
afternoon
hurts.
drinks. No.
No, I can't
I don't give a fuck. I'd say that. Okay, number 4,
I've never
to
been to
finish
the
it,
SB either.
rooftop bars. I reckon they're in at the moment.
Yeah, agree.
They're the top 4 hotspots for 2025.
You like some love guru.
That
or
all
something.
helped me out getting back with my ex. Fuck, I mentioned
All right, Riz and Miss. This is back. Very successful in 2024. Let's bring it into 2025. Let's go.
You tell us the stories, we tell if it's Riz or Miss. Bang. Here's the Riz or Miss story. I was out in a bar in Sorrento with 3 mates. We were just kicking back. The boys and I were planning on going to a different venue. I was on the list, but the boys weren't. We spotted a group of attractive girls at the bar and got talking to them. They mentioned they wanted to go to the venue, but weren't on a list either. Anyways, we walked up to the venue of the line with a massive. We walked up to the venue and the line was massive, at least 30 minutes. I went up to the door girl, who I loosely knew, pointed at my mates and the girls. The door girl walked us all straight into the venue. No one paid entry or waited in line. The girls were in disbelief how I pulled it off, and the boys all had a win later that night.
Sorry. Sounds familiar.
Riz, it does sound familiar
Riz.
though.
It does sound familiar.
Was that done by a certain someone recently?
That did happen, but not the wins after. But
Oh,
we
really?
did get let in. Because it's 21 and over in Sorrento, so I couldn't get in. And the guy like grabbed my ID and was like, sorry, you can't come in. And it's like, actually, you're the guy from TikTok. And then let me in.
Yeah,
Nice.
there you go.
So the first time that being on TikTok has helped me.
I think that's very obviously.
The rest is just abuse. So,
Yeah.
hey boys, love the potty. As pre-season footy is underway, I thought I'd share a story and you guys tell me if it's Riz or not. I'd been messaging girl on Snapchat for a little bit. We never really talked. It was more of a daily snap. For some reason, we started talking at 1 a.m. and had a full conversation. I'd been talking about how I play footy and she said she would come to my next training. Weirdly, I said, you're welcome to come. Come the Monday, we had training and we had a 2K time trial. There was a fast group and a slow group typically. I purposely ran in the slow group and made it look like I blitzed the 2K time trial and won the time trial by 200 meters. I had the same time as the last guy in the fast group. She was so impressed by this. Me and her are now going on dates.
I feel like this is bullshit.
I reckon it's pretty good. He's put himself in the slow group, being a good runner,
I
won the
think
2K.
if that's true, I think it's commitment for the girl to come to the pre-seasons.
Yeah, imagine going down to the training. That's.
You've got experience there, mate.
Is it Riz if I go to a girl at a bar and ask if she looks familiar and she goes, I don't think so. So I hit her with the line, well, let's change that. Hey, I'm Ben. If you don't think so, listen to this. I was at a bar and saw a gorgeous blonde haired girl. After a few lime sodas and summer vibes, I had a bit of confidence. I decided to approach this girl and say, hey, you look familiar. She replies with, I'm your sister's best friend. Awkwardly, I walk away. I know the execution was no good, but do you think this would work otherwise? P.S. Ask Diezel to react. He's good with the girls.
What the fuck?
There you go. Off you go, mate. Do with the girls.
you go.
I feel like if it's your sister's friend and they name it as your sister's friend, they probably wouldn't do it.
No, but if it wasn't your sister's friend, you go, hey, heard you're familiar. You look familiar.
Yeah.
And they go, no, I'm not. And be like, oh, hey, I'm Diezel. Do you think that's
that'll
good?
work. Yeah.
Will that work? What's your like go-to pickup line if you're out and about?
Go to pickup line.
Yeah. Hey, I'm DNM cast, remember?
Fuck no.
These
something
does
you
like
do.
that. He drops the TikTok
way.
reels. Yeah.
That's how he gets in lines. He goes, yeah, I do DNM.
I don't know. I never really like picked up chicks when I went out. I never did really.
Yeah, it's like
realistically.
No way.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like, no, it's like you've never been on a date. Yeah, it's like,
I genuinely haven't really.
People, okay,
I haven't
people,
really.
people think that we like, especially me because of the persona I have online. People think that I'm like talking to a bunch of people, talking to a bunch of people. I actually really don't.
We no, like that's. I can vouch for that. You actually don't. But like me going out, like
And someone actually mentioned it the other day and was like, oh, on the podcast, you sound like such a fuckboy. But it's like we definitely stir each other up and talk about these things, and it's kind of like an ongoing joke.
You know what
but
it is?
It's really not.
you know what it is. You would talk to a girl. This is when we were single and it was okay. You would talk to a girl, and then if they had a friend, I was the one that was talking to the friend.
Yeah.
I think that was it.
Yeah, I don't really talk to other girls. I just like, I'm more of a lover boy.
No,
so-
Tom's a fucking silent sniper. Doesn't say anything.
Oh, he's
I'm a lover
silent.
boy. As far as you boys know, I'm just,
I have so many stories that
Relationships.
I would love to air, but I can't because he's got a girlfriend. One being he leaves venues at 10:30 and we don't know where he's gone.
We actually don't know where he actually went.
yeah, but we're home, boys. I was tired.
It definitely wasn't a girl's house, and it definitely wasn't his house. I don't know where he went.
Home, boys. Just went home.
That was so funny. We're at some like big event, and one day Tom's just like, "Oh, I'm gonna go get a drink." We're like, "Oh, I'll come with you." He's like, "No, it's fine." I'm like, "Okay." And then we look at his snap maps, and he's like off in the car park, and we're like, "What the fuck?" And he was gone. This is like, you got to embrace your inner wilderness. All right, just embrace this. I reached that. I'm into my
Looks a bit
reptiles
fruity.
and
I don't know what
stuff.
you're talking about.
I like this stuff.
You said the second time he's brought up the fucking fish.
And it's not fish. I went to the Ballarat Wildlife Park
Yep.
recently, and there's
You
like
would love
kangaroos everywhere. There's reptiles. It's pretty cool. I think Melbourne, Australia's biggest captive crocodile.
Yeah.
It's like 6 meters. It's absolutely huge. We
like-
watched it feeding and stuff. So I wanted to do this little thing. All right, you're in a life or death situation,
Yeah.
and you have to choose either between the animal that you want to like go against. So you have to swim like 10 meters out of the water, right? Would you rather be against a crocodile or a bull shark?
Bull shark.
Probably bull shark. Crocodiles are quick on land as well.
Yeah,
Because
bull
like,
shark before.
how do you get out of with a bull shark? You could like poke its eye.
What about a bulldog?
Bulldog.
I got that dog in me.
That's what everyone says that Diezel reminds them of a bulldog.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
everyone, Toddy's got this nickname Chicken for no undisclosed reason. We call him Chuka.
Chuka.
What's
Chuka,
yours?
chuka.
You have one?
Luke.
Nice.
No, Angela just calls him.
She's like, you're the I'm like, what have I ever done? She's like, I don't know.
Toddy
You-
was
you
like-
just give me vibes.
We were sitting there, Toddy's like, what should we call Luke when you weren't even there? And she's like,
I'm like, what the fuck? I went fishing the other day. We went like on a boat. We caught 3 gummy sharks,
I did see that.
babies.
That looks sick.
We accidentally caught 3 baby gummy sharks. It's probably the same guy.
Yeah, you
Hey?
have to.
Yeah, it's illegal to catch them. So you have to put them
Okindu
back.
definitely stole him.
Okindu's like, I'm here to endanger 5 new species. Everything has to be undersized and illegal, and this is a catch and cook.
And then we'll go home and eat it.
Thank you for joining us today. We love a bit of a catch up. I think it was due to just have all 3 of us get to know us a little bit more, even more, because you don't know enough about us. So yeah, that was that. So keep sending in everything. We love like listening to it. We see all the DMs. So send them in. We'll react to them. Big brother advice, Riz or Miss. We love it all. We love reacting.
We'd love to know what
You
you guys
guys.
want to hear as well.
Yeah. So tell us what you want to hear. Everything. But
Yeah.
love you as always. So we'll see you next week.
Massive sponsor next week. So get excited for that. Probably our biggest one so far. So
Yeah.
let's get it. Thanks for
can't
watching,
even eat
guys.
Episode 31.
Peace out.
Bye.
Yeah.